Uh, Hello everyone. Welcome to the Ruby Meetup today, and for this presentation, I'm going to talk about the what is Elixir and why should we use it. And as you can see, there are two main slides about the topic I want to talk. You can first one is Elixir and some feature, and the second one is where we push to the Elixir. And let's introduce something about me and my team. My team. I'm Nhat Tam. I'm a software engineer with 4 years experience working with the Erlang language. And beside that, I have 1 year experience for working with the Elixir language. And learning and studying this in the free time. And my current company is Adabit company, and I'm a Cisco consultant. And you can check out my LinkedIn and connect with me. And about my team, OHI.VM, we are start from 2022 and the first project from 2023, and I was target about the Elixir and Erlang ecosystem and try to do something interesting. We are trying to learning and expand our community for the Elixir language, so if we have other people can learn and study about the new language, such as Elixir and Erlang. And our team has the already contributed to open source projects, and we anyone can contact us via this email. So let's talk about the Elixir and some feature. Elixir is an open source project. Is started by Zhu Palim, the creator of this language, and Elixir is dynamic functional programming, and Elixir is built on the stock of Erlang, and they share some feature about the concurrency, distributed, and fault tolerance. We will talk about one by one in this topic. So first about the pattern matching. The syntax is something similar with the Ruby syntax. We will define the one list in the left hand in A, B, C, and in the right hand we assign it to 1, 2, 3, 4, and equal E. This means comparison and assignment. So let's evaluate it and let's see what happens. So it's return the no mass of the right hand side value, and this is the mass error because in the left hand side we define three variable, but in the right hand we define 4, so 3 cannot match to 4, so it becomes error. And the next one, we define one tuple. The tuple is one of the type of the Elixir language. This will divide inside the left and right bracket that you can see here. And another type of Elixir is after this the variable after the colon, and it will matching with the first parameter in the left, in the right hand, the OK in here, and we soon assign to the 95, and we will bring the result. Yeah, 99. So one more specific define. We can use the vertical bar to divide the list for two bars. First bar is the first element. And the rest of the list is the after the vertical bar. So the list will be assigned to the hello, and underscore is this means it will match on the rest of the item of the list. So the underscore will match 2 and 3. So we assign it to hello here. Yeah. One more is recursion. In other language like C or Java, we usually use the loop function to recur multiple times if we need to loop the function. So In this scale, in Elixir we can use another methods. In this, we define one person. This is the name of model person and the name person. We multiple time. And the first parameter is the message, and the second parameter is the true equal and. This means we add the condition to check whether n equal true or not. We can add directly the condition checking inside as the parameter input. And the next the we don't in other language as I remember the like Java we use the override or override to override the mutable website with the same parameter inside. But in this case we need to define the override or something like that. You can define the same person with the message and the end. This case this means the loop person in this case and larger than 0. And another thing is we can add another checking condition by using the when n larger than count outside and larger than 0 outside this function. And the last one bring multiple time message. First parameter is message and the second parameter is 0. It means whenever the second parameter is matching with the 0, it will return the OK in here. And then we will evaluate. We will as the first parameter is hello and the second is tree. You can see when it jump to the second loop, it will bring the hello everyone because it's matching with that with here true, and the message will last the everyone. And the last one we will go to the concurrency in Elixir. If you have any question, you can stop me anytime and we can discuss furthermore.
Yeah, I have one question.
Okay.
What is the equivalent type of tuple? Let's say in Ruby. So what is the equivalent type of tuple?
Type of tuple is the.
Yeah, but what, in Ruby, do we have? Oh, do you know Ruby? Sorry.
No, no. But this is the basic kind of Elixir. We can define it to machine or we can store the variable inside the tuple. And we will the table using this basic tuple to store the database inside the database. This I think this is the basic type of Elixir when compared with other languages.
So what is the difference between tuple and then a list?
Tuple and what?
And a list?
A list?
Say a tuple of OK and 1 and then a list of OK and 1. So.
Okay. Because the tuple and the list, I think is the one of that maybe the tuple cannot use the vertical. Now, if you would like to pick up the first of the tuple in here in the list, you can pick up the first parameter with the vertical bar and yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Array.
Array is the something like list.
So array is the list.
Yes.
Okay. And tuple is more like a set.
Yes. The tuple is another type.
Okay.
Actually, tuple I will not, and this array, but it's more expensive based on library like EC. And for quick data, non a lot of items we use this, and for sort and parameter we use tuple.
Yes.
So what was the recursion? So the Elixir have a function like a tail recursion.
Theo recursion.
Yeah.
No. It can use the loop function. Loop function. We can use directly if we don't need to use the recursion.
So when using a recursion, you know that they will add a lock in the stack, right?
What is that?
And with so lock.
Yes.
Will
Use
can be
stack overflow.
yeah.
Overload.
Actually, in Erlang, they develop algorithm, not nine window code stack in modern language, but not same. And never define limits of parameter and level code stack. And actually, for problem, Erlang support how to do that, and they can do load on register rule, and they must move to load function. You can develop new code on that time before.
Okay, we can continue. And about the concurrency, concurrency means that you can handle several processes at the meantime. We don't need to in the traditional functional programming, we can we define 1, 2, 3 function and this function is dependency together. So, but we can resolve that if this function run the specific functionality and not need event to order. So the first is we define the function not concurrent. The function A will you can push the leaf timer with 500 milliseconds, and the function A do the function A, and we can we will evaluate this. And you can see the timer is evaluating over there, and after 5 seconds the function A will be executed, and after that the function B will be run later, and we will enhance to make it run separately. So can we do that in here? We use the spawn function this way the new process to run the code we specify, and in the function B we don't need to wait the function A finish first, and then we can issue run separately. Then the function B will this first, and after 5 seconds the function A will be run later. And about another technique is message passing. This means we can use the send function, send the message to given the destination and return the message. And when we listen, we use the receive to match the messages. We define one caller by equal the cell. The cell is identify file of the processes. It means it's the name, the BID of the process, and we use the bar function to send to the caller with the tuple OK and between message passing, and we define one the loop receive here. Yeah, the function you receive to wait for the message, and then mark the message in the block. The OK, we send the message OK, tuple OK, and message passing is will match with here the OK, and resolve a message passing. In this case, we just only define one pattern matching with the 2 elements inside the tuple, and then we can expand this function to uncomment this line, because if we do not uncomment this line, it just handle only one message. We can define another multiple condition mutable, the tuple, or anything you would like to mention in here, and you to unlock the button for each button machine. Okay. Yeah, it's building the receive message passing. The send color, send the message okay message passing, and we will receive later. It's very helpful if we define several or multiple processes, and we can send the lots of message to other side, and just standing in here receive the message. It's the something like call back function. And the next is fault tolerance. For the isolation of the error when the cascading failure, when the process fail, it can be restarted independently, and so the other back of the system can remain operational. So we'll go to the example to understand this technique. The error in concurrent system. We define the first process by the small function, and inside the first process we start the second process with timer lead 3000 milliseconds, and put the basic second process finish, and the represent this will array exception and exit the first process and write something went wrong with the first process, and we will evaluate, and let's see what happened. Yeah, as you can see, after 3 seconds, the message second process is finished. Even though the first process is died, and it will return an error, runtime error, something went wrong with the first process, but the second process is still alive and run the functionality of it.
So do you have any technique to control that? You have multiple process.
Yes.
And technique control that if one process die, all the process will stop immediately.
Yes, we have that, and we will explain later. It's in the presentation.
Actually, do you have a technique to control the new type? New
what?
conflict about the global variable in the concurrent.
Yeah, we call that in Elixir immutable. Yeah, it's something we can define one variable, and we sometimes we cannot change this variable, because when AC server or system something like that, if we define the global variable, and it can use anywhere in the subcode, can define in different module, but in Elixir we just only use it and define it in only the module, and it's in the mutable, and we can change. It's very easy for us to something to debug the issue, and yeah, it cannot change. It's very
Actually, I'm asking about the concurrent.
concurrent.
That means you have to select some memory to and update it. And when one of the threads finish the update and another update override, that's top control.
Yeah.
The second, and you example, you have one thread,
Yes.
one concurrent, and select
One
one
process.
variable before,
Yeah.
and one thread, a thread finish, and they update for the first, for the select variable, and the second continue to select that. But the first finish, and it's override the variable, and the third, maybe the some thread select the variable and they don't have a return value. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can explain about it. Actually, answer is some learning. Can you have they don't have my global variable, and they follow lexical scope, and can you can see the first spiral, first progress, and they will test in another week have a variable. If a second process use that, they put a new map and they don't care about last variable. And if there was only a bit for variable by synthesis or use the table and answer they have a ETS table for that. Use that synthesis between two process. No memory channel. No channel. Yeah.
So Elixir only work with process, no fact. Elixir only work with the process, no fact.
Yeah, not flat in OS, but similar low protein or green fat. Similar. Yeah.
They don't share memory.
Yes. That's a really useful group. How do we call perspective?
Okay, we can continue to the supervisor. The technique we can restart and recover the process when it's died sometime. And you have the bunch of the worker processes that do meaningful work, and this worker is supervised by the supervisor process. And whenever the worker is terminated, the supervisor will start another one in its place, and the worker processes are normally implemented by using one of the behavior, then event, then server, then state. In this topic, we can talk about the gen server because it's in the Elixir language we use it a lot. And this the behavior module provide the server of layer design. You can define some combat function, init, terminate, handle call, handle cast, handle import, or handle continue. So we'll go to the example. Yeah, this we can define this the main supervisor, and we can call this the parent. And of the main supervisor, we define three children: server A, server B, and server C. And what happens if just one of them rush in the system? We will be strategy to restart it. First one for one. If the server A dies, the supervisor will restart only one server A and the other server B and server C still alive. And one for all, if the server A dies, on the remaining server, it means the server B, server C will terminate and all the server will restart it. Rest for one is if the server B die, we are defining the order server A is the first server and server B is the second, server C is the C. If the server C is die, that's follow the list of the children are terminated. This means the server C will die as well. And the server B and server C will restart it. This technique will very helpful. We can control and supervise many server, and when a dummy die, we can restart it to restart it, and it can help. We isolate the error. It cannot impact to another one. Can go to the distributed.
I have a question
Okay.
about the supervisor. So the main supervisor here becomes a single power server, and when the supervisor dies, so
Yeah, it's healthy. It's something like can healthy the change like that. If it's die, it will
The main supervisor.
yes, it will
Be-
restart and all the child will restart as well.
Uh,
And we can imagine that we define multiple main supervisor to supervise multiple server, so it will can be like three processes.
so you know, there is technical one member can also be a supervisor, and when that supervisor dies, the other member will go. So the Elixir has that feature.
Can I answer that? Can I
Yeah,
answer
yes,
that
yes.
question? Okay, so you got a point there. Like it's true that in Elixir they tend to divide like processes into two large broad category, which is the supervisor and the rest is called worker. And if you can see here, as he's mentioned that you can form a tree structure, like a multiple layer of supervisor. So the thing is, supervisors usually doesn't do anything. Like it usually doesn't contain any logic. All the business logic is usually taking care of the worker, and supervisor is usually just standing there and react to the failure of the worker. So that leads to a situation where it's very unlikely for a supervisor to crash because of business logic, because it doesn't have any business logic. So the only reason for supervisor to crash is for its worker or its subordinate to crash for a long time. Like a tree where your like children know crash all the time, like let's say 10 times in 5 seconds. If that happened, then the supervisor would say, oh shit, I can't handle this. I have to delegate to the group or something. So you can see that it's true that we still have a Singapore failure, but it's very unlikely to happen because usually the error happens at the leaf of the tree and it bubble up, and you get to bubble up all the way to the root for the app to like crash all the way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, would like to add something small. We can define the parameter like how many we need to restart it, or how long we wait to the server A touch time to restart it. It's for example we define 5 seconds. If the server touch long time rather than 5 seconds, we will try to restart it many times. And if it exceeds the number of the restart time, it will maybe it will impact the main supervisor. It will restart as well too much on the state of the server in consistency. So that's the distributed. So down here. The distributed Erlang is related with the technique of Elixir. It consists of the number of Erlang runtime communicating with each other. Each runtime system is called a node, and a node is similar running Erlang virtual machine is called by beam. And in each node we can, for example, not one, not two, not three. When we stand at the node one, we can send a message to other node, not two. Otherwise, we stand at the node two, we can send a message to other nodes, not one or not three. And then can we apply distributed technique in our system? So we can, for example, for this system about the web application, we can define several nodes, load balancer, two node balancer, one caching server, and two node for server one and two node for server two. You can send a message to each other. It can be it help the system to run smoothly and running smoothly. And one another technique is about the hot cold loading. This means we can modify the our line production system. For example, when we upgrade the version, upgrade the system, we don't need to shut down it and apply the new version and restart it to get the new one. We can go to the node, for example, go to this load balancer node and get block the part of the file and this will relay the old one and apply the new one of the code. We can apply the hot backfill for some kind of scenario and debug the ray collision what you guys in the Linux. When the scenario cannot review in normal stuff, when we work with the optic or something like that, we cannot review or get the log in our normal environment, and it need to can just only review in the line, not in the line system is handling the traffic. So we can go to their SS, go to the node SS to the node and run some command get the log to investigate or investigate the issue. It's very helpful for us, even though it's not really running.
How is this propagated in the servers?
Yeah.
How is this propagated? When you have multiple web servers, right? How do the hard load affect those servers at the same time, or
Yeah,
will be delayed? And what happens if request also changes?
Yeah, it means we.
Load happens.
Yeah, it means we can go to one by one to apply the topic because it's the topic is just only the bus of the file, and we can apply it directly into the system. Yeah. If we define multiple nodes, we can go to one by one.
You have a point that you have to manually make sure that it's backward compatible.
Yeah.
Or you ignore.
Yeah. It's if we are for example if we are using the version 2, we need to make sure the path and the path file this file is version 2 because if we apply the code not version 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, it will incompatible with our system. Maybe it will error and return error in system, so it can be lost. Yeah.
Yes. I'm curious about the ray condition bugs. Can you give me an example about the ray condition bugs?
Example, yeah. For example, in line stuff, we handle million of users, something like that, and the regulation just happen when we push million of the traffic of the line at the same time, just maybe under 1 second, and in our normal environment we cannot don't have enough the hardware or the software or the environment to simulate this case, and this can just happen when we handle the million of traffic or million of line user at the same time. Something like that. And as you know, the process can send the process in very fast. So in some case, we cannot handle and don't know what happened in there.
Do you
So,
share memory, right?
Memory
You do share memory how
The records usually happen when
we share memory. We share memory.
and
So in system, maybe we have database something like that,
Yeah.
or maybe it's something like that outside, and maybe data records maybe come from that, from that variable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. So the last question, as the topic of this presentation, we put you to the Elixir. So just 5 minutes left, as usual. Sorry for the time. Current startup and limitation, as we know, when we develop and develop the system, we can something in the back end we use the C# or Java. In the front end we use the Angola, React.js, and machine learning we use the Python. Python database we can use the MySQL, SQL Server, and how about the limitation when we use the multiple technology stack in here? It can match capacity and compatibility issue. It requires many people and many developers to understand all of them. A lot of technology, so it can be complexity. And when we upgrade the version, one of them is something is incompatible if the new version cannot support the other technology stack and maintenance and support. For the long term run, it's difficult to maintain all of them, and it's because we are using the multiple task stack and we are using the a lot of library framework and framework to support them, and something a bit need to buy the license. And the technology stack by Elixir. About the backend, this Elixir is backend language support the backend development. Front end we use the Phoenix framework, and the Phoenix we use web development of Python Elixir implement the server side model control, model view controller. Machine learning, we can use the Azure library. Data analysis, we use the NS library. Database, we can use the Amnesia and ES. And ES, we can build the hash table by using this table instead of Redis. About the database, we can use the table, and we don't need to set up the password or set up the username and establish the connection between server side and the database. This can be reduced time when working with the database. There is the better comparison between Steam and service for the organization and company. When we work only with the Elixir, it's the very simple. Of our team, we just maybe define one team about some member, and we can interact and support together. Just only one programming language. If we use multiple language, so we need to understand all the language how it work and how it work in the system, and we will take time. I think. So I think this is the last thing I would like to share. So do you have any question and any question?
How old is Elixir?
Yeah.
How old is Elixir?
How old is it? I think it's more than 10 years.
More than 10 years. About 12.
Yeah. More than 10 years, but how much company use Elixir in Vietnam? It's just in the logo.
When you introduce the company, I think I read that the goal of the company is to use Elixir and Erlang to do something interesting. Is that the real company goal?
Company goal.
Yeah, in the very first slide that you introduced the company.
This, you mean this company or?
Yeah, target about Elixir or
Target. Yes, this is my team. Let's introduce something about my team. This is Anh Mạnh. This is our team leader. He working in the we pass company and we are Minh, and this also the developer of our team. Our team just work with the Elixir at the available time. This means at the night or at the weekend, just play something funny with the Elixir language. And probably we has the main job to get money for for food.
Yeah, I thought it was like the actual goal of the company, but I guess it's just
Yeah.
the goal of both Elixir and Avalon.
Just want to match the networking and expand our community for Elixir and language. As we know, Elixir and our language the not used much in Vietnam, so we want to contribute something to expand our community, and we need we can yeah, this is simple target of our team. Then we can send mail or contact me, and we can build a community of Elixir online together. So do you more question?
I have a question.
Yes.
From a perspective of a web developer, right, I believe Elixir is not your first language, and Phoenix not your first framework, right? So the reason now you share regarding why we should consider using Elixir, right, because it supported multiple domains from front end, back end to machine learning and database, right? I think it will not happen it will happen in an ideal world only, because if supposing everybody using the same language, I don't think it will ever happen. And I think it's that reason now we can talk the same thing for other language. So let's say if we use Ruby, definitely there must be some library for Ruby as well for processing data for machine learning. So, but I think that my question is from the perspective of a web developer, right, you use other language, other framework, and when you switch to Elixir, are there anything you really like about that you think other should give it a try?
For my my opinion about the Elixir, I really like it because it can handle the multiple tasks, technology stack, as I mentioned before, and you can learn about the functional programming. So it's very different when we compare with the ORB concept. So.
For my career, I'm a Zola developer, and I have a lot of backend for my company. But sometimes I want to go to machine learning or AI or stuff for fun. But I need to go to learn Python or something like that. Or sometimes I want to write a web for myself. But I need now Vue or Angular or React, something like that. But not my skill, and that take time for me. And I want to build for own, but acceptable. And I think it's for good for small and new projects. Yeah. It's for my good.
Yeah. For the different aspects or the different parts of it, did you guys find that the what's available for libraries for it is mature enough, or do you guys find that you have to build things yourself from scratch?
I'm a guy and I build everything right now. Yeah, from the ground. Yeah. I want to go to this and learn something from my practice skill.
I can share that from my experience regarding your question. So when we decide to pick a language, a framework to build a product, a project, where we would consider, is it mature enough? Is it had a diverse set of third-party library? So we use Elixir and Phoenix framework. It is the web framework to build several real products for our client, ranging from wallet, like crypto wallet, to marketplace for the user to buy stuff on the website. So for the use case, we didn't face any issue regarding the lack of the third-party library. But I have to admit that when your need is more than that, you will not have a wide selection of library. So even compared to another language like we are in Ruby beta phase, so compared to Ruby or Rails, you have fewer options for the library. So let's say in Rails, when you come to, let's say, authentication or like shopping cart or any other need, you have multiple options. It's not not popular not a lot like PHP or React or Node.js package, but it's still Ruby is still much better, much more. How do I say? You have a lot more options compared to Elixir. For common need, you have enough, but if you need to need a very specific need, then Elixir will not be a safe choice. Even though the developer experience for me and for our team is much nicer compared to other the framework we used before, but if you need to suggest it to a client, then you really need to consider the requirement you need to implement and do some research. Do you have the any open source solution ready for you to use before really jumping into it?
So I think we can stop here and enjoy together. Thank you everyone.